Hello, darling.
Hello, my love. As always, I have to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with me.
No problem at all, baby.
Hey, Happy, I'm reading your message in the chat. It says, reminder emails are still wrong, right time, but wrong info. Oh, okay, okay.
Hey, happy.
No worry. And I actually did just get a reminder email saying, hey, you got it. What? But it was kind of accurate. It said, hey, you got a session in 5 minutes. So I was like, thank you, chat, most automated email. And hello to all of my listeners who are listening to the recording at a later time. Today is Thursday, October 3rd, and I want to wish you all a great day. I was just gonna get started in a little bit. I did watch the Sherry show, but for some reason I missed the word of the day. I don't know if I was in the kitchen making coffee and not paying attention and it happened to flash upon the screen during that time, but I didn't see it, so I apologize in advance. I don't have the word of the day today.
Oh, on a
I'll
po-
pay attention tomorrow.
on a positive note, my little cousin's doing better.
Yay!
Yeah, the swelling's going down. He still got to be transferred. He waiting on the bed before they send him. You know, but yep, he's doing better. He's eating a bit because he had no appetite. He didn't have nothing going for him, child. But he's
Mm,
feeling better. I guess they got some of the fluid off of him, and he's doing better. So, yeah,
that is good to hear, and he is still in our prayers.
yes. His mama is just so relieved, and I am too, because, honey, I was worried. But things are making a turn for the better, so hopefully it continues and they can figure out when they transfer him what's going on. I wondered if he may have eaten something, because, with this listeria and these food recalls and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, she said he'll put food in the fridge and eat it later and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, it could be something like that. Infection could have caused it.
Yep.
So, still more testing to do, but he is improving, which is the important part.
That's good to know.
Yes, it
Good to
was. It
hear.
was.
And I'm like that Kamala Harris, that reaction video where she was like, I just love good news. I love good news. I love good news.
Amen.
And
Wow.
let me before we get started, let me tweet out this not tweet out, but post this link on Facebook.
Okay,
Some
put your link.
look, if one person from my Facebook comes on here, I'll be good. Cause I'm like, you know what I think it is? I either it's the time that's not
Mm.
good, or I think Facebook is actively like not showing the link on people's news feeds.
Well,
And
I can tell you, Facebook does not show it immediately when you post it, so it
mm-hmm.
just depends. I don't think their algorithm just posts something immediately to the feed when you put it there. In my opinion.
That's definitely true because it's definitely not instant, not real time, and we
Mm-hmm.
know that because we when we look at Instagram, our Instagram feed, Facebook and Instagram is one and the same now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just the posts are not chronological.
Right. So that may
So
be an issue too.
that's it. And the reason that I say that I think they're not because I actually got a notice for one of my posts because I put like I'm going live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
When I put they actually flagged that and it was like this is misleading. You put in like malicious links and stuff like that. So then I
Huh?
realized, yeah, because what I did because going live on Facebook means you're going live on Facebook.
Oh, I
So
see.
then I have to make sure I'm intentional. I said going live on Chat Mosa, so
Yeah,
that way
yeah.
they won't flag myself. But they did flag it one time, so I think it's something into that that I need to look into.
Well, probably the word live triggers, if you don't go actually live, it triggers some
Hmm.
kind of warning or whatever.
Yep. And that notification was like almost instant when I like right after I want to say maybe a minute after I posted, hey, we removing your post because this is considered spam. I'm like, well, what do you mean spam? So then I got like more information and it
Hmm.
said like you posting links, misleading links and stuff. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. Keys on the word live, probably.
Yes, I actually did try the maybe like the first two shows, and since I saw that that really didn't get like any activity happy, I just decided not to use it anymore. I just felt like that's an extra step that I'm taking that nobody's really seeing that post. Yes, it is true. Facebook is absolutely whack. But for some
Hmm.
reason, I'm just so nosy, I can't let my account go. I done had it since 2005, back when you needed a college email to access it. So,
Yeah. Well, my family is on there. I mean, it's
yeah,
nothing like Twitter. I don't follow any family here, but I go over there in the morning and say good morning to people and happy birthday or whatever the hell pops up. But other than that, you know, it's not the
yes,
same.
son, it's not the same at all. But I do love to look at it because a lot of people, especially like my family and friends, like to put their life story on Facebook. And you know how much I love mess, and I love
Yeah.
to read mess.
Yes, we know. We've seen some of that.
Well, yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna talk about the what I saw on the Sherry show today. It was a
Okay.
pretty good episode. She started off. She came out in a really cute dress that had like roses on it. John Murray, he looked cute too. He had on like this really nice beige colored suit. I don't know if that was like beige or off white. I didn't have the Sherry show like right when it started. Usually I've been and had a cup of coffee and brushed my teeth and all that by the time it comes on. But today I was just kind of late getting out of bed, and so I just started watching the Sherry show like right when it came on. And she had on her cute dress, look her Sunday best on Thursday. That was so cute. She talked about how she didn't know that, and I didn't realize this was like exclusive to New York. I thought this was everywhere, but I guess after living in New York for so long, I guess it's just kind of like ingrained in me now. But were you all aware that there's an escalator etiquette, or did you? Is that something that's like
Escalator etiquette?
yes, uh-huh. So Happy says explain. So what I mean, so in New York, there's a lot of escalators and stuff getting on and off trains or going into buildings and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The rule is if you want to stand and ride the escalator, you stand to the right. If you want to walk, you walk through the left. So you pretty much move to the right so that people can walk up the escalator on the left side. So Sherry was pretty much talking about how she wasn't aware of that. And so she was on the left side just standing there and wasn't able to get get up. She said people was cussing her out behind her and all that craziness. So yeah,
Well,
so that leads me to believe, and I don't remember hearing about it like growing up in North Carolina. So that was something I kind of learned in New York.
I think maybe you learn it if you see how it works. Like, I don't know that it's a written rule, but it's sort of like traffic. The slower traffic to the right, the faster traffic to the left kind of thing. But I don't think you would ordinarily know that unless you ride those escalators all the time and see how people navigate them. You would figure it out, maybe, but
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
Well, yeah, baby. So don't be on it. Do not. If you ever happen to visit New York, which I highly doubt, but if you ever happen to visit and happen to be on an escalator, get on that right side, baby. If you want to stand still, please.
Yeah, because I'm not walking. Welcome, Rick, Rico or Rixo.
That's my friend Rodriguez. What's up?
Okay. Hmm.
So Sherry also talked about how she went to the you remember I mentioned yesterday that the Clark sisters was on her show doing an interview and they were discussing their tour. So she actually went to that Clark sisters concert.
Okay.
So she was pretty much saying she enjoyed herself. She said that Kurt Franklin is performing with her. She was like, Kurt Franklin is the comedian of the gospel world. And I'm like, you know what? She's on to something because he is kind of funny. And she suggested that he gets into acting. So I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. John Murray actually mentioned that there's a Kurt Franklin had a pilot TV show that was on UPN. I have never heard of this. I would have watched it, but he had a pilot that you can actually find this on UPN.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go look it up.
Yeah, check that out. It was all right. It
Shut
was
up,
all right.
fool.
It was all right. Go check that out. It was all right. Go check it out.
Don't you start with me.
Ain't gonna do too bad.
So then she talked about the Golden Bachelorette. She likes this show. Really quiet as it's kept. I think she might be getting paid to talk about this show because that show is not all that good for her to be acting all excited about this and then showing clips and stuff like that. The men look good on there. There's some nice golden seniors on there. They look really good, but honey,
Right.
how interesting can they be? Girl, give me a break.
She probably getting a little, kick the company getting a little kickback from feet. Isn't it they on the same network, right?
They're not. No, Sherry comes on Fox, and this the Golden Bachelor comes on ABC.
Oh, well, they might be getting a little something for it.
Then she went on to talk about a woman named she talked about a Wheel of Fortune. There was a woman named Rashida on there um from North Carolina, and she said this lady she lost because of a one little letter because she was supposed to say Michael B. Jordan. She called him Michael P. Jordan.
Oh,
Yes. So and then she went on to say how she had like a history of losing really bad on game shows. Like she only won $75 on Celebrity Jeopardy. And Steve Harvey told Sherry that she was the worst contestant ever on Family Feud.
oh, poor baby.
And then she showed a little clip of Tisha Campbell's. She was doing a promotional video, and her son just kept coming back, like interrupting her, like and calling her Gina, like Gina from Martin. Was like, "What's up, Gina? What's up, Gina?" Just kept walking by while she was trying to talk about what she was doing. And
Hmm.
Sherry just pretty much talk about that was not allowed when she was growing up. We had to pretty much stay out of adult conversations, and she is absolutely right.
Yeah, she sure did.
And then the last thing she did on her hot topic, there was a video of Gigi Hadid walking the runway, and she had on a dress that was made out of police caution tape.
Oh,
So
okay.
so Sherry, she ended up strutting across her set. I'm like, girl. Anyway, next. So then it cut to commercial. Then it came back with are y'all familiar with Paul Reiser?
Hmm.
So he was interviewing on the show today. He was promoting his new movie that was called The Problem with People. And then I didn't know I knew he was an actor. I don't know much about his yep, Mad About You. That's the show he was in, Happy. I don't really know much about his career other than that. And he was like in a few of my favorite shows and movies, but I didn't know him I definitely didn't know he was a stand-up comic. So he was just talking about how much he loved being him and his wife been together for 36 years.
Nice.
Yes, they got married in 1988. But the gagger is he was on Cher's show today and he ain't have not one bit of a wedding ring on. I'm like, oh, oh.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
I don't know. That's what they say. I'm sorry, girl. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm sorry.
That doesn't mean anything. He could
That
wear.
that 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 was for style. Style. He didn't want to wear it. He
Is
didn't want
that
to wear
what
it.
it was?
It was for style.
He might have lost it, or his
They
fingers
gotta
got
be for style.
bigger, anything, you know. Could have
Child,
Style.
let me stay out of straight people business because I'm over here like, what's going on?
There you go, starting stuff.
went. I mean, he didn't say they weren't married anymore, so I wouldn't take that.
He did not. He was actually talking about her on the show. So I'm like, okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, he ain't had I ain't seen that ring, that hand was bare, and not one piece of jewelry on that hand. I was like, oh, okay.
You so strict.
Well, yes. Then girl, so Raven Simone, let me she said share the link. Happy shared a link from People Magazine. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the nest.
Simonier.
Yeah, oh yes, Raven. So, and she actually addressed that in the show today. Because when Sherry introduced her, she said, "Welcome, Raven Simone." And then she said, like, we've been saying your name wrong. She's like, yes, I didn't know that. I thought like Simone was like a middle name. She said, no, that's her entire first name. It's hyphen. So Raven Simone is her full first name. Excuse me, Raven
Uh-huh.
Simone.
Okay.
But she was saying how she likes it. She likes the idea that people calls her Simone. Like she doesn't mind it. So
Yeah, I mean, you're still cute.
yeah.
Welcome, Will. Welcome, Ashley.
Her name is cute, but she sure enough was not cute on the show. And I actually had to save a picture, honey, with her.
What?
Girl, I said, I am so sick of Raven Edge walking around here like she Whoopi Goldberg. Girl, put on some real clothes. You don't have you didn't put in the work that Whoopi did for you to be
Shit on baggy
dressed.
clothes.
You about to see. I just shared a photo. So DJ Sus One, Sherry's DJ, shared a photo on his Facebook with him, Sherry, and Raven. And I want y'all to see this girl had on some oversized bootcut jeans, a vest that was made out of cow print. I'm like, girl, give me a break.
He usually looks kind of cute. Like, what's
She
going on?
she usually does.
I'm sorry. That's so funny to me. She said, "Okay, I'm gonna talk to y'all, but you gonna get this outfit. You gonna get whatever I decide to put on today." Now y'all know I don't want to talk to you. You know I don't want to talk to you. However,
You
She's
watched it, Ashley?
she's a Cosby
no,
kid.
no. I just this is the vibe that I get from her.
Okay.
She's a Cosby kid.
Yep, Cosby Kids. Like she was pretty much the millennials princess, baby. We
Oh,
loved us.
that's
Oh
The
my
not the.
God.
rapper,
Oh no.
everything.
No,
Oh, that's a
no,
choice.
girl.
Yeah.
But do
No.
y'all see what I'm talking about? Now I love that short haircut on her. I love that
Oh
short
yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
blonde.
cute. Yeah,
That
me
is
too.
cute on her. But what she is wearing,
It's
get out of
horrendous.
Whoopi Goldberg's closet and give her stuff back.
Auntie, please.
Horrendous.
I
Even
don't.
the vest
What?
is not so bad, but the shirt is knocking everything completely out of whack.
What is the goal here? What's the
Cow,
goal?
cowboy look, cause she has on a bowler. Looks like.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see the bolo tie and I see the cow print. That's what but
I
I
like the
don't
print.
understand.
I like the big jeans look. I mean,
I don't
but
understand
it's
why it
not.
doesn't work, chill. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying.
not. Yeah, it's not working the way she's pulled it together. It's definitely not
Is
working.
it's not because it's blue. Like if it was white, I still wouldn't like it. You
I
understand
think
what I'm
it's the
saying?
kind of shirt it is.
Is that the collar's too high? Is it that it's closed? It's
It's just
supposed
not.
to because of the bolo tie.
Yeah, it's
What do
not
you
giving.
wear a bolo tie with? I'm sorry. I'm gonna be quiet now.
It's not giving something less, more body fitting. I don't. Yeah, the shirt needs.
And Happy actually just put something in the chat that I found really interesting because this is actually not the first time that I've heard that. She said, Happy said she was too much when she was a kid, like those child actors that were overacting. And
Hmm.
then I remember someone else who was in the Gen X generation, like Happy is, like they were saying how they really did not like when she came to the Cosby Show. They said that she was doing a lot and she was taking the attention away from Rudy. That was like the sentiment I got.
Taking.
So
You
I just
know
thought
what?
to be very interesting.
Let's see.
Hey, Will.
To be honest, Rudy needed to step her knuckleballs up when Raven came on the set. So
Thank you. That's what I was about to say. Like you can't take
exactly.
attention. Either you
No,
give it or you don't.
yeah, Raven rightfully got the attention that she deserved on that show.
Yeah.
But in regards to this outfit, that's nice.
Well, that's not helpful.
I think a really jazzy shirt, something with a little bling in it. She could have definitely changed the shirt because I really do like the vest.
So you're trying to say if the shirt was green, it would work.
No, I'm saying the style of shirt. Period. It's not. It's too. It's no, not
I
that
don't.
style of shirt.
This is gonna be haunting me actually, because I want to know why. I want to know why.
Yeah, even a different color may have made it look a little better, but definitely the blue, light blue, is not working at all.
A
Okay.
mess. So she was on there promoting in this terrible outfit. She was promoting. She's going to be hosting a new game show that premieres tonight on the CW. She's a TV version of the game show Scrabble.
Oh,
Yes.
hmm.
Yes.
And then she talked with Sherry how because they were both on the View, and she was
Mm-hmm.
talking about how the View pretty much taught her to keep her opinions to herself. No, girl, not your opinion. Your opinions was fine. It was your don't even get me started on Ray. And I was actually when I heard that she was gonna go on the show, I was super excited. I'm like, oh, she's age appropriate. She's around my age. We're both millennials. I love her as an actress. I I think this is gonna be good. And baby, she did nothing but disappoint me on the View. I couldn't
What did
take it.
what did she do?
She well, I don't know if you remember that big scandal where she was talking about how she wouldn't hire any black women who has like ethnic names. Like she's talking about if I see you got a resume that says Watermelon Andre, I'm just not gonna hire you. I'm not
Oh,
gonna do it. And she said that while having that peacock style of hair that she did on it.
yeah.
It was just
Uh,
annoying.
oh no, I didn't. Oh no.
Coming from Simone?
Coming from some wake it up, girl.
I didn't hear
The
that.
nerve.
Nasty word.
Okay. All
So
right.
yeah. So that was pretty much it for the Sherry show. She's gonna be having her friend Niecy Nash come on tomorrow to interview.
Oh, that should be fun.
Yep. So done with Sherry. Let's get into some tea, honey.
Tea
Hey,
time.
Tea time. And you know we always want to start off with a little bit of Diddy news. So no news on him like per se, but I got a bunch of Diddy adjacent news. First being that Drake unfollowed him on Instagram.
Oh, no surprise there. No
And
surprise.
not only did he unfollow Diddy, I'm sharing this link here from oh y'all might not be able to see it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's showing up right. So
No.
well, this is from page six. Oh yeah, I forgot about page six links. They don't usually work with the site too much. But it says not only did he unfollow Diddy, he also unfollowed Kendrick Lamar, of course, LeBron James, Playboy Cardi, Joe Budden, DeMar DeRozan. I don't know who that is. It sounds like somebody who do sports.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the reason being that they speculate that he unfollowed them because they all went to that Juneteenth celebration that Kendrick threw.
Oh, because I was like, what does LeBron have to do with anything?
you think you just watched it?
I mean, so what? LeBron
Just
went to the party. Oh my God. Okay.
Let me see, because Happy is suggesting that I use custom. Let me see how
Okay. I mean,
that
LeBron
works.
been on Twitter bopping to uh, that little Leprechaun's music that went to prison.
Hmm.
So, I mean, he's known to not um, be discreet with who he supports, no matter what's going on. So Drake is petty.
And the only reason he feel like he even has a loyalty to Tory Lanez because Tory Lanez done hooked him up with his hair guy that gave him them transplants.
Oh, that's a loyalty factor.
Apparently, honey. Okay, it doesn't look like it's working happy. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit later. So that's that one story. The next story I have. So y'all remember when I mentioned yesterday about that book that was written by Chris Todd that was supposed to have been on behalf of Kim
Kim.
Porter?
Mm-hmm.
And remember Al B. Sure came out, he issued a cease and desist over that. So Chris Todd actually clapped back and said, Al, you might want to chill because you don't want it with me.
Oh,
So I
oh,
just shared this link from All Hip Hop. And he pretty much said, and I quote, he said, be careful, look me up, look at my other lawsuit, 40 million in Miami. Go look at what I'm doing over there. So I actually took his advice. I tried to Google to see if I could find any information about this quote unquote $40 million lawsuit that was in Miami. I came up with nothing. But what I was able to come up with was how it looks like he has done this with so he's a popular LA based journalist and he's done this with a few high profile cases. Like he's written and he did investigations with about Natalie Wood, John Benet Ramsey, Aaron Hernandez, the Zodiac Killer, and Biggie Smalls.
this is wheelhouse.
Yeah, so he seems like he likes to write, but he was pretty much saying how does Al be sure know what's accurate or what's not? He didn't have a hard drive. Those were his words.
He claims to have
Um,
videos as well.
that's what he said. So if y'all want to take a look at that article that I found about him and his research, this is the article that I found that pretty much named all that stuff that he's been doing over the years.
Hmm.
So that's that on that. Next, we I got a story that I found to be really really interesting. So do y'all remember a couple of months ago there was an accused back in July there was an accuser that accused Diddy of inappropriate behavior and sex trafficking at parties and stuff like that. Her name was Adria English, but she was a former porn star and her porn name was Unique.
Mm-mm.
So anyway, well, Unique lawyer is actually looking to recuse herself from this case.
Mm-mm.
Yep. And it said, I just shared the TMZ article. It says former porn star, Adrienne English, attorney. Her name is the attorney's name is Ariel Mitchell Kidd. She wants to withdraw from the case, claiming Adria is giving her conflicting instructions that make it impossible for her to represent Adria. So
Okay.
yeah, the attorney feels that it's still early enough in her case for her to find new counsel and still do well, but she just feels like she won't be a good representation for her, which I thought that was really interesting.
Well, to be honest, the sheer number of people who've come forward, you can only assume because people do weird things when they think they're going to get paid. I can assume that some of them may not be telling the truth. I'm not saying there's no truth at all to what's going on, but some of those people may actually be embellishing or lying or whatever.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Which and what and I can't stand that because what that does is like the real victims who are trying to get justice, it kind of
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
puts them in the same.
Yep.
And I just I don't like that.
As soon as one of them gets found out to be a liar, it muddies the whole case, and here come the
hmm
hotbeds. I don't
Oh,
believe any of them. You know what I'm saying?
and like Will just said, we'll put in the chat example Bill Cosby. You are absolutely right. Perfect example. Because the
Hmm.
way people done showed and the way they was like was saying, oh well, I don't even want to get into it, child. And the last Diddy story that I have, then we'll move on to other T. So Dame Dash actually spoke out with his goofy behind. You know what he does? He does this thing that I can't stand. Where grown straight men do this. Like if they'll say something, like he said, "Yeah, that was nuts." Pause. Why are y'all still saying pause? When I tell you that this it didn't annoyed me from the time that I even discovered it. I think I first discovered that people were using that in 2009 because it used to be no homo. Then no homo changed to pause,
He
and I'm
actually
like,
says
y'all
it.
are. He actually says pause. Yes.
Oh,
And I'm like, dude, you a grown man. Not only are you a grown man, you're a grown man with money. Like, come on now. Say what you mean and mean what you say and stop that Paul shit. And
And
I can't say
insurance. Yes.
hello. And Breakfast Club, the host, they be doing it a lot too. I can't, especially DJ Envy. I can't stand that shit. Anytime somebody say pause around me, I just always give them a side eye.
I didn't know that was a thing. I've never heard it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds dumb, but I mean, I've never heard it.
Yep.
So that's supposed to mean hom- they're homosexual if it's a pause.
Well, no, that means that they're not homosexual if they saying pause. Like they said something that could easily be misconstrued as saying something that's quote unquote gay. So they'll say pause, and that's like they knew the I guess more PC way of saying no homo.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, girl, it's a
That makes
mess.
it even more stupid. Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, who was that?
I don't know. Who is that?
Let me see if I can mute everybody. Okay, so I just muted everyone. If you want to come off of mute, just come off of mute. But yeah, so anyway, so before I got into the pause, I wanted to say what Dame Dash said, which is another thing that I thought was interesting. And he was pretty much talking about Diddy parties and stuff like that. And he says in this clip, he was like DiCaprio talking about Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, I
Mm,
could tell you stories about that dude later, another time. But he came out and said something. He did say something, whatever they wanted him to say. He had a statement. So I want to know, why is there no statement from anyone else? The shit that they're saying is unbelievable.
mm. We
So,
talked about this.
hmm
This may be the person that the really famous person they're talking about.
and I actually did have that link for with Denzel, but I just decided not to share it because we really don't have much information about that when it comes
Mm,
because they
no,
said Denzel, he allegedly said at a party to Diddy that after him and his wife was partying, that you have no respect for anybody, and that's it. So, and I guess until one of them, until Denzel or Pauletta comes out and issues a statement,
that's
that's
hearsay.
pretty much all the information that we have right now.
Yeah, it's hearsay right now.
Hmm So y'all know, I'm gonna keep looking, following that story, honey.
Yeah, because, honey, if Denzel name drop on anything, it's going to be a
Child.
problem. A huge problem.
Now I got this story. I'm about to share this TMZ link, honey. This thing tickled me this morning. Why did the Men in Black director come out and said that Will Smith farted on set while they were filming Men in Black? He said his fart stinks so bad that they had to stop filming for 3 hours and clear out the room. 3 hours.
Wow. You know what? Well, when I was going to the gym regularly, people who consume a lot of protein powders and stuff like that and work out a lot, they can let off some of the most eye watering smells when they have gas. It is unbelievable. Am I lying, Will?
No, because my gas is crazy right now.
I was like, I gotta walk outside. I mean, that gym stunk so bad. It was, I couldn't believe I had never smelled anything like that before. And he was a bodybuilder, and I know he consumes a lot of extra protein powders and stuff. And, oh my God, he cleared the gym.
I wonder what
Well,
it is
apparently
in
Mr.
the
Barry
protein
Sonnenfeld
powder.
agrees.
Well, it's not a natural product. I mean, it's processed, even though it's protein and something that is not really on the terrible list. It's not a natural product. I guess maybe that's why. I'm not sure why, but it's terrible.
Yeah. So Barry Sonnenfeld, he was on Kelly Ripa's podcast, and that's what he talked about this at. And yeah,
Mm.
you're right, because this was around the same time where Will was filming things like Men in Black, Independence Day.
Yeah,
So
and
he
he
had to
was
stay in
buffing up.
shape, and I'm sure he did have a lot of protein powder in his diet.
Yeah, he was buffing up. So yeah, that's why I said that because that's what made me think he was doing that. It will make
So
you
it's
buff.
probably a combination of protein powder and Dwayne Wade, or it's not Dwayne Wade, excuse me, Dwayne Martin. Never mind, let me not even go there.
You,
Yes, stay there, stay there, stay there,
foul, foul,
stay there,
foul on the
stay
play.
there.
Let me not, allegedly. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Ain't no alleged.
Rick, so
Now let me see if
do
this
not
link works.
encourage him, please.
No, that's my hometown friend. You know he gonna encourage
I
me to be the
know.
most ratchet I could be.
I'm teasing.
Exactly.
I'm teasing.
Now I got another story. So how about Wendy Williams' ex-husband, honey? He actually posted a Daily Mail online where it says that he's actually demanded that he and Wendy's divorce be overturned. Reason being because he feels that Wendy was not completely honest about the amount of money that she had during the divorce. So let's see, I'm gonna read just some clips from the article. It says, say Wendy Williams' ex-husband Kevin Hunter demanded that their divorce be set aside as claims that she fraudulently concealed $48 million in their settlement. The TV personality tied the knot with Hunter in 1999 until their divorce was finalized in January of 2020. So of course her guardian, the one who's actually being sued by her family at the moment, but she actually clapped back and was saying how this is not true. All of Wendy's finances have been she's been pretty much very honest about her finances. So we don't know where Kevin is getting this information from. But pretty much the George ordered that Sabrina, who's Wendy's guardian, that she has 21 days to actually prove that she can make financial decisions on Wendy's behalf. So if y'all want to read more about it, there's the link there. The
Hmm.
audacity, honey.
He is definitely out of line with that. But you know, he stopped getting paid when she stopped working.
Exactly.
His
Yep.
alimony was only contingent upon her having a paycheck, and since that stopped not long after they got divorced, actually,
Mm-hmm.
he having to struggle and try to make, that style of living on his own. I'm sure that's difficult, especially for the.
But then Wendy said something about Diddy the other day.
Oh yeah, she was just pretty much saying it's about time. He's been
Yeah.
doing this for a long time.
Hmm.
How, I thought she wasn't even capable of even knowing anything. So how does she? Her health must be getting better.
They showed
Th-
her out in public since she was committed and everything. She
I must
still,
have missed it.
yeah. Recently, they showed her in a video at Dr. Sebi's son's shop. Her and her son.
Well, I need to see the
You
video.
didn't see that, yeah. So she was lucid.
yeah, I think she's just pretending to be lucid just so that way Kelvin won't get no more money.
Well, she's off alcohol and things that can skew your brain. I'm not saying she's 100% because she's done a lot of damage to her body, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely she's in better shape, than she was.
Yep. So, like Will said, hashtag free Wendy, girl. We hope for the best. I would love for you to get back on TV, which is probably not going to happen. But if that
No,
doesn't happen, then we can do a podcast. Hopefully, she can bring her ass over to Chat Mosa and start doing sessions like I'm doing.
yeah, she won't. I don't think her brain will ever come back because she really killed her body with alcohol. She got toxic. You saw the special how she was
Yeah.
talking. She was out of it. So once you do that kind of damage to your body, you don't ever come back 100%, even if you stop drinking, kind of thing. So, but I was glad to see that she was doing better anyway.
Yep. And I'm sharing. So Chill actually shared this link with me earlier this morning. I really didn't read much into this. I'm not a TikToker, so I'm not familiar with who Mr. Prada is. But apparently he's a TikToker with like 5 million followers, and he was arrested for a gruesome killing. So he is alleged to have killed his therapist, 69-year-old. What was this man's name? Uh, what is his name? All these darn ads and stuff on this darn page. You know what? I tell you. Okay, so the mutilated body of 69-year-old William Nicholas Abraham, a Baton Rouge-based mental health therapist. And this article also mentions about how like there was foreshadowing in this. He was saying how what it say? Some about people kind of saw the they say the caption because this might be the one's gonna meet God if they piss me off too much. So and he was known to have bipolar disorder. He said that in the video before. So I'll look more into this story, but this is all I know for now. He was arrested, and that 69-year-old man is dead. And there have been speculation that this therapist abused this young man. So I didn't see anything proving that. I just saw like a bunch of Twitter whisperers saying that. So that's that on that. Prayers to everyone involved.
But there's no doubt that he was the one that did kill him. The reason is what we don't know.
Right,
Sure. Mm.
right. He definitely did kill him, bludgeoned him to death, but
Oh,
we just don't know
ouch.
why.
That's a long, involved kind of killing. Bludgeon somebody to death.
Hmm.
Okay.
And another story from TMZ. Y'all probably won't care too much about this one, but because honestly, I really didn't. But a doctor was charged in the Matthew Perry case, pleads guilty, and he's going to be surrendered. He's not allowed to practice medicine anymore. So he was one. It was a few doctors that were mentioned in this case. They pretty much were the bridge in causing his death with his drug use and stuff, and giving the man ketamine and all that crazy stuff.
Hmm. He's just one of them. They all gonna suffer the
Yeah.
same.
And this is Dr. Mark Chavez, and it says Mark Chavez, his attorney, told TMZ Mark has accepted responsibility for his actions by entering his guilty plea. He has cooperated with the government, and he has began the process to surrender his medical license.
Hmm.
All them years of school going to waste. Crazy.
Speaking of the doctor who was involved with Michael Jackson's demise, he lost
Yep.
his medical license in the USA. He moved back to Trinidad, Tobago. I think that's where they said he was from. Which I guess he still has this. He's opened up a practice there. He still can practice there, just not in the U.S. But he served 2 years for that. He should have
Mm,
been in prison longer, I think.
agreed. And if the Trinidadians know what we know, honey, they wouldn't let his ass practice no medicine over there either.
Right? Well, I'm sure he's not doing the kind of things he was doing for Michael. You can't, giving a total surgery anesthetic, at home. He's probably not going that far. He probably is not even dispensing any kind of opioids or anything like that. But there's other things you can do. He was a whole cardiologist. So
Yep. And I was talking about Breakfast Club and Charlemagne earlier. So I'm actually going to share an article. Now I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize in advance, but this is from Fox News. Y'all know I get my news from everywhere.
well, they've been kind of talking about Trump though. I don't know if they're turning on him or what.
Now this article is kind of misleading because it's the headline says Charlemagne the God praises Trump ad on Harris supporting funding migrant inmate sex changes. And I'm sure y'all have probably seen that ad on y'all TV circulating around. I actually found it to be hilarious, especially at the end where they say Kamala is for they them, Trump is for you. I'm like, okay, you know what? They might have ate that one little thing. They ate that, even though I don't agree with the message. They might have ate that one little thing. 'Cause
I have
so, but Charlemagne, his words were pretty much was that his campaign is smart to air their ad during the Super Bowl, and I was like, yeah, Charlemagne is absolutely right because who's mostly known for watching Super masculine, a
MAGA.
lot of white men, MAGA men, and that was the perfect time to show that commercial. That's what Charlemagne was saying. He wasn't praising anybody. He was just praising the idea that was smart. So he was saying how Kamala needs to do the same thing with her messaging and kind of like air it at a certain time where they know certain people are going to be watching it and whatever. So that's that on that. Hello, my Jamaican queen.
She stepped out.
Hello.
Oh, you gave her the mic. Oh,
I'm not using Twitter no more to log in.
Oh, why?
It just don't work for me. I gotta use Google.
Oh,
hey, Marcia.
you know what? I think
Twitter
Misa was
keep
having the
cop
same
blocking
problem.
me. Hmm?
I think Misa was having the same problem when she was trying to log in with her Twitter, so she had to use her Google.
What?
Yep, and she gave me a 100. Yep, Misu, my Sudanese queen, she was having the same problem trying to log in with
Mm-hmm.
her Twitter account, so she had to use Google.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, Marcia, your picture is so pretty.
Ain't that a cute picture of her?
I love that.
Oh, that's my birthday picture.
Yes, queen.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
look at
just
that
I'm sorry,
wig.
I had to come off to yes. I love your hair too.
Thank you, because Will finally sent me my damn wig. Be holding on to my wig because he hating.
I have problems coming in here. You trying to use my phone, but I stay on my iPad, and I just have a tab open with the chatmosa.com site. So I just keep going back to that tab, and I
I know
have
my
problems
picture.
trying to use it on the phone. It's just a mess.
Me too, Jermaine, because Happy told me to go to the. I'm on break. I'm on break.
Leave my good sis alone. She's on break.
What you paging me for? I'm on break.
Let somebody else do it.
Shit. They lucky I come back off a break. Fucker. I'm sorry, Auntie. I forgot you.
We are being recorded.
I'm sorry,
Please,
Auntie.
please, ma'am.
They don't have no respect, Auntie.
I can imagine. Pay you like you said you on break.
I'm on break. Anyway, I have a problem coming in through Twitter. So I'm not using Twitter anymore. I'm gonna use Google because me just click on my Google. I'm bop 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 bop. I'm in here.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then me can click upon it and put it in my search engine because it's still a going with some wonky wonky fuckery, Auntie. Like
Oh Lord.
it don't want us to come over here. You know what I mean? You know. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, Auntie. Come
And
on,
I'm happy to have you.
spill the tea, baby. I would. I take my lunch break at 2 o'clock every day, so I could
Oh,
here. And I have been having problem every day. And after a couple of time, we're gone. I love you, Auntie, but if I do it 3 times and it not working, I'm gone.
look, I understand.
Ooh, that's
Now,
pretty. What's that?
I'm sorry,
yeah,
Auntie.
so
I wanted you to do the slogan one more time because that was so.
The
oh, what
what?
slogan?
It's not for they them. That's
You
what you
said
said.
Kamala
It's
is
so
for
bad.
they, them. Trump is for you. And spread lies about that woman fund using taxpayer dollars to fund sex changes in jail. I'm like, you MFers are just stupid. But
Lie. They just,
Cause ain't no
lie.
way.
They gotta lie, Craig. Just lie.
just
Everything they put
lying.
out is a lie.
Mm.
So the
Okay.
next story I just shared, so I'm sure y'all won't be surprised by this at all. But black women are saying that apps like Hinge was surprised.
Not
But
in the least.
what one woman noticed is that she said that when she started using Hinge and uploading her pictures and stuff, she's saying that the options that she's gotten is like people with grainy photos and like really not much information in their profile about who they are and stuff like that. So what she did, she didn't even change any of her photos on the app. She black, she chose that she was white. And she noticed that the a huge difference in the quality of men that she was seeing and in the responses that she was getting from people. So it's almost like she believes that Hinge is like actively suppressing black people, especially black women. So,
Not
Ooh.
like I
surprised.
said, I'm sure none of y'all are surprised at all.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
But racism doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
Look, don't even,
it sure.
girl.
Right, and the algorithms aren't racist either.
Oh
No.
no, it sure don't. That's why when I go to clock in with my finger, it take me at least 10 minutes before my finger get recognized. I said, okay, everybody else can go in except for me. All right.
Yeah, I've
Mm.
seen this before on Twitter where people were saying they changed their uh, ethnicity
Hmm.
on the app, and the quality of men is totally different.
And it's
Well,
crazy. I actually remember when was this back in like 2010 or so? And y'all remember when monster.com was pretty big when people were looking for jobs and stuff?
mhm.
So they did a study and it was on the news. I can't remember who did it, but they pretty much had two people, like a white person and a black person with the same qualifications and stuff, have the same exact email. It's just the only difference is one was black and one was white. So they noticed that the black person wasn't getting any emails, any callbacks or anything, but the white person was getting callback after callback after callback, email after email after email. So yeah,
The fuckery. Mm. You can't even get a job. Can't even date on an app. An app. I'm telling y'all,
exactly.
if y'all just stick with the rules, you don't have to worry about this foolishness.
The rose doesn't pay you though. If you're trying to find a job.
Look here. The rules will give you the energy to know what to do to put in the job app.
I know that's right.
I'm not
Okay?
even saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
That's what
She
that's
got
what
an answer.
okay. That's what the rules gonna do, Auntie. So
I love it. Shout out to the Rose, honey.
mm-hmm.
And there's
Whoop,
Now I'm
nothing.
whoop.
sharing this. Oh, wrong story. Shoot, let me get the right link. My bad.
There's
I'm
nothing we
sharing
can
a new
do about it.
story.
About this hinge thing. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's really not.
I know
No,
some job site was sued by a man who, or I may be getting it confused, was sued by somebody who figured out that he was being discriminated against. There's not much you can do about it though.
not much you can do, Jermaine. You're right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was actually trying to share a link, but I think my computer is acting a little bootleg right now.
Not the
Not
bootleg.
right.
So I might just have to share. Yeah, I share the screen because it has some audio that we want to listen to anyway. So I'll go ahead and share it. So Ari Lennox is talking, y'all.
Who?
Ari Lennox,
Who's she
my
talking
Aries
about?
queen, a singer. Baby, she said that two of her record labels done scammed her.
Mm.
And
Oh,
we about to hear, yes, and we about to hear from the horse's mouth. So this video is about 2 minutes long, and it's not anything y'all got to look at. It's just audio. But y'all gonna hear her talk about her experience. And she said something that's really interesting. We're gonna talk about it at the end of the video. So give
okay.
me 1 second.
Well, who's Ari?
Ari Lennox, the
She's an
singer.
incredible R&B singer. She's really good. I love her.
Okay, okay, okay.
What's her most popular song, Will? What's the name of it?
Oh, she got a couple. One was "Break Me Off." Another one was, let me see.
She does it all
Whipped
the time.
cream. When I tell you I couldn't stand that damn song, if I
Not
never have
whipped
to hear
cream.
whipped cream ever again in my life, I will be good.
No, the
Whip,
first
Yeah,
one I remember. What's it? What is it called? Well, I know you know.
I'm trying to find it now.
whipped cream.
And then
It wasn't whipped
there
cream.
was pressure.
Pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to hear whipped cream during the workout.
Ugh, my friend, one of my close friends, Tim Honey, when I tell you his ass lived for that song and then played it to annoy me, I'm like, I don't want to hear this song. I don't want to hear it. It annoys me. I can't stand it. I don't want to hear the song no more. But I love her. I love her as an artist. That's probably
Okay.
my
So
worst song
Will
from
wants
her.
to hear it, and you don't want to hear it. What am I to do?
I want to eat chitlin. That's all I have to say.
Mm,
So
shit.
she bring my chitlins into this.
Yes, yes, I will. Though maybe
Yes.
bring the biscuits in there too, Auntie.
Bring it. Bring
Okay,
it.
now you're not playing fair.
Yeah.
Bring
Okay,
bring
so
it on.
let's listen to the video.
So let's
Bring.
listen to the video.
Cause if I gotta live to your timeline in the morning, bring it.
I was trying to. I think it was a scam. I don't even think it was real because when I signed the info, they literally disappeared.
Who talking?
They literally disappeared.
The
It makes me
video.
feel like all them years I was stressing creating corporation,
Is that Ben?
story on corporation.
Is that Benji?
I
That's the
feel
video.
like they got
Oh,
because I was scared. Like I said, I've told y'all this story before. Of like I, tried out for American Idol, but every time I got to Hollywood, I got my ticket to Hollywood. I was afraid to lie. You know what I'm saying? I was afraid to lie. So I told them, hey, like I am under contract, and American was like, well, there's nothing we can do. And so they were like, and rightfully so. If I was already in a contract, so I guess I'm grateful. Everything went down the way it did. Like I said, I don't think I would have performed well in my role. But I wind up signing another contract with another person who, if I could be real, he did scam me. We're cool now, but he did scam me, and I thought it was helping me get out of like this other situation. And now I just feel like no, there was never a situation. But this guy, I wound up giving a nice little, check to in order to sign to Interscope. So, but like the original label, I never heard from them since. I've never heard from them since. Like I feel like they figure, okay, there is no massive corporation like Interscope or Dreamville or something, because like I don't know where they are. I don't know why they haven't come to me. I guess they know there's nothing to come for. They lied. They didn't give me no money. They didn't give me no money, no nothing, no opportunity. But they told me if I wanted to get out of the contract that I would have to pay them $100,000, and I was horrified. Or it was either 50,000 or 100,000, and I was horrified. And it had me really
Wow.
depressed for like the first 5 years of my 20s. I was so depressed, and yeah, I wanted to turn into a producer, and that went negatively because we would make all these beautiful songs, and he would never give me the MP3s, and rightfully so because they would all got leaked. They probably would have all got leaked, but still, he was very controlling in that way.
Hmm.
Davey, did y'all hear that, honey?
No, we did not hear that because it was crackly, crackly, and beepily, beepily.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna share the link in
yeah. Share the link in the chat so I can listen to it later. Because all I could hear was crickly, crickly, and clackly, clackly.
my bad, y'all.
Did
I
y'all hear
heard
it? Or it was
some of
just
no, I heard some of what she said, but you know the problem we be having, Auntie. It definitely cuts in and out, and
oh,
the
oh,
words get missed. I mean, this is not new.
oh,
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
was
the
thinking, I
same.
was hoping it would be a little bit of a better experience since we don't have to actually look at any videos. And I thought
No,
just yeah, but all
no.
right, well that's good to know.
But I
Well,
got
basically,
suggestions.
what she was saying is that her first two record labels that she signed with scammed her, and she
Mm.
didn't
yeah.
say his name,
And
but
she said
she,
still good with the guy.
yep, and that guy is, I believe, is J. Cole.
Oh, damn.
Go ahead, Will.
I'm actually very familiar with this story because I've been following Ari Lennox for quite a while. She's been going through it ever since she got into the music industry. I do remember her first record label that she signed with. It was an indie label out of the East Coast, and she put out a mixtape that she wasn't able to get profit off of. And her manager, while she was signed to that record label, actually copyrighted her real name, which is Courtney Salter, meaning that she wouldn't be able to use it unless she paid that manager a certain amount of money, which is why she goes by Ari Lennox now.
He stole her name.
He
Yeah,
stole her name?
sure
Dang!
did. That's why she goes by Ari Lennox, because she can't use her real name. Yeah.
Wow,
Now that I did not know. That is crazy.
That
that's
Mhm.
is
cutthroat. That's dirty
crazy.
work.
Yeah, and when she talked about Interscope, I did a little research of my own as she was talking, and Interscope is tied to Dreamville, which is tied to the one and only J. Cole. So
Wow.
You think he know he did that to her?
of course.
Heck yeah, he know. Heck
Oh,
yeah.
J. Cole, I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, I think you would know the
Disappointed.
artists you have signed to, affiliate label and what they're doing and what they're being paid and so forth. J. Cole ain't no newbie. Wow. But
Dang.
getting into
But now she said he scammed her, but they cool now.
Yep, that's
I
what she
can't.
said.
If you scam me, we not cool.
maybe he paid
We
her some.
not cool.
A little something, something.
I can't be cool at me because I feel like that trust isn't there, and you gonna scam me again. I can't mess with you. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Get the hell on.
Welcome, Hammock. Hey,
Y'all
Queen.
Yankee y'all Yankee be something else.
Wait a minute. Now you gonna talk about all the Yankees? Ain't your break over?
Mm-mm. Jamaicans, they gonna do something to you and then keep it moving. But we ain't gonna be friends with you. Mm-mm. I'm
They
gonna tell
paging
you
you.
that this industry is that's you know why, Jeremy? I'm gonna tell you something. This entertainment industry, that's why the wall of them I go to jail and prison and dead off.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
nasty.
why that's why the wall of them I go to jail and prison and dead off.
Yeah, and it
Because
runs a
when
lot of
they do
people off too. A lot of talent.
yeah, what they do to people and depressed, right? And she
Yeah.
said she was yeah, she
Yeah,
was
she went through
depressed.
like a 5-year depression because of that.
5 years depression. Not a couple of months, 5 years. And cool with somebody that ripped you off? Girl, no. Me and my cousins, we coming. Beat you with oil.
Girl, don't be saying that on a recorded line.
Look here, baby oil. That's all I'm saying. Baby oil.
Look, and the last story that I got for y'all, and we're gonna do a poll after this. I'm actually gonna share my screen because it's a page 6 article. So Jennifer Aniston, oh, let me get this out the way. No thanks. Jennifer Aniston details her viral fish sperm facial is meant to turn back the clock, and then she gonna ask, "Don't I have beautiful salmon skin?" So to answer that question, no, ma'am, you do not. And in fact, when she was doing them Aveeno commercials, I just kind of thought that was stupid on Aveeno's part because her face is Derek, be nice, but it was just like Aveeno really thought that she and her face would be the one that was gonna share their skin products for like facial wash, moisturizer, and stuff like that. That girl look like
What?
she hasn't washed her face since she been on Friends. So
Somebody else was on Twitter just saying this.
Ah!
Khloe Kardashian's ex, the one who crashed out on the drugs. What was his name? The basketball player.
oh, Lamar Odom.
Yeah, he was just getting one, a salmon sperm facial, and they do the little needling. They needle it in. Like people will do anything.
Yes, that's the part that got me chilled. The micro needling.
Mm-hmm.
Who got microneedling?
It, that's
I
what
got
that's what's involved in these salmon sperm facials.
yeah.
Oh. Oh.
And it's supposed to give you one with it's supposed to have you looking more youthful, apparently. Well, clearly it didn't work. That was a waste of money on her part. But
Yeah, she had.
before we go, I want to do a poll and ask. I think I already know the answer. And yes, you're right on that hammock. F that girl, because the way she showed her ass. But would you get a salmon sperm facial?
No.
Yes. No. Well, make
No.
sure you vote.
Yeah. Where's that second vote?
All right. And y'all remember vote and then click the submit response button on the bottom right. How about the room unanimously voted no? Now,
Oh,
honestly, if it didn't have any like needles involved, then maybe I would like if it was just like a cream or cream, that's a poor choice of words. If it was like some kind of maybe a serum or something they would put on the face, then
that's
I
different.
maybe.
Yeah, that's different for
But a
sure.
needle, micro, and you're injecting stuff, fish sperm in my face.
And there's so many toxins and things in fish. I can't believe that this stuff has been thoroughly sterilized and vetted for, whatever bugs. No. Not needling nothing into my face.
Do y'all see Hammond put in chart? I'm not shocked. Horick. Baby, that name gets me every time, honey. He said, I'll go for a laser.
Man,
Okay, I might do a laser too, happy.
They even have a home kit that you can get with the needle stuff into your face, and I'm thinking this is the wrong thing to give people.
Mm-mm. I'm just not a needle person. It's just something about the piercing of the skin, and it grosses me out. And like now, okay, it's one thing like when a trained nurse or somebody is giving me a shot or collecting blood or something. That's one thing. But to take a needle and like stick it in myself, and diabetics, they have to learn how to do this. A
Hmm.
lot of people, the people who are taking Ozempic for vanity reasons and not for like diabetes, they sticking themselves in the stomach with the Ozempic pens. It's crazy to me.
yeah, and the fact that they don't realize that you can't keep sticking the same area. You have to, go on the opposite side. Some of them is not even using the alcohol wipe to wipe the area before they do the injections
Exactly.
site. And like I'm like, who is teaching you to do this? And then they come into the hospital and they're like, the one lady, she was just giving the injection on the same side, so she has like a hematoma, and I'm like, yeah, like she just kept giving it in the same spot, and her muscle mass
Mm-mm.
Yeah, a lot could go wrong.
gonna ask
Well,
if she could come here and we give her the shot. Bitch, no.
and we'll put in the chat, Auntie is a sperm person though. Yes, I am, but not fish sperm.
Well,
Not no fish sperm. Mm-mm. The sperm of a man who, like, maybe a man in his 50s and 60s that collecting them AARP benefits and stuff. Yes,
is
that
it
kind.
though? Y'all ever eat caviar?
Yes, uh-huh.
I've never tried it. Did you
It's
like it?
cute. I did, yeah. But I like salty type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm.
I walk right into that
You
one.
did. You really did. I guess that's a no from everybody else. Ew. This lady was.
Wait. Oh, I was gonna say, how the hell Happy do this without being a speaker? And I just saw that she's a speaker now. Oh,
Yeah, I gave it to her. Oh wow.
oh, let me look at this. So she embedded a video. Is this? Oh, Will got his hand right. Go ahead, Will.
Oh, sorry. Before we move on, I'm the type of person, I'm very skeptical about putting anything animal related on my face, like especially when it comes to like skincare, what have you. So I just started using it's Korean. It's called COSRX. Not sponsored, by the way. And it's like made out of the essence, and the toner is made out of snail secretion.
Hmm.
It took me a good 3 months to work my way up to get the courage to purchase and put that on my face, but it works. But it's just things about like animal secretions and putting on skin, it just weirds me out just a little bit. But I think the whole sperm thing, I don't know how do you even get salmon sperm? That's pushing it a little too far.
And you're not
Exactly. Like, how
needling.
did it?
You didn't needle it in. You just it was a topical application.
Correct. Even that was too much for me.
No, I
Wait,
feel
that's
you.
the lady with the
I don't know what she did. She just said she's healing. Did she? Is this what she did? Watch it.
Let me watch because it looks like this looks like a chemical pill. Maybe. Let me take a look.
Yeah, that
Oh
looks
yeah, we don't
horrible.
need no chemical. Mm. Baby, I still look good.
But to have to look like that before you get to the good part, Yuck.
Yeah, yeah, Jermaine, that's what I'm talking about. They gotta literally like, and then they can't go outside, and they cover up into some weird cover weird stuff. Like they look like the crypt keeper.
Yeah, it takes a few weeks for it to scale off and get to the new skin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep, I was right. It's a chemical peel
Yeah.
that Tamara has.
Um.
Well, y'all, that was all the tea I had for today. Did before we head out, did y'all have any tea that I missed or anything that y'all wanted to share with the group?
Actually, yes, Auntie, I did have one thing that you didn't cover.
Yes.
Um, or you or anyone else in the room familiar with the Piers Morgan interview that was done with Jaguar White, and she had spoke about Jay-Z and how he would be quote unquote next with the whole Diddy scandal going on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't listen to it, but I saw it go by. I'm thinking,
What you said, Will? I
no.
didn't hear what you said.
Jaguar White on the Piers Morgan, the interview, Black Lives.
Woo! Lord have mercy. I'm
I
done
did
with you,
have a
Will.
chance to watch Will, and the thing about this is what my Oh, and thank you for sharing, Happy. So Happy embedded it in here. My thing about this is that because before it was just like her just speaking out on like random podcasts
Blog.
or,
Yeah.
but now
Mm-hmm.
you on a whole national
Mm-hmm.
syndicated TV show, baby. I feel like some laws is coming down on her, like some definitely some cease and desist or about to follow.
Yep. She's opened herself up legally, for sure,
So
with
what's
no
she talking
proof.
stuff about? She talking stuff about Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That he's just as dirty as Diddy and all of this, but there's no proof in that, you know. So
Mm. Is that girl who would mess with Cardi B and Cardi B sue her?
no,
No, uh-uh.
that was Tasha K.
Oh, okay. But you know
This is the
people.
woman who threw her son's ashes on somebody in the middle of an argument.
Oh, and she trying to cast stones. Girl, go sit down.
Well, there
But
is something.
I like that Beyonce ad though. Them Levi's.
Yeah.
Gone
It
Beyonce.
was cute.
Mm-hmm.
It was cute. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I was.
Jermaine.
Okay.
Jermaine. Did you say?
I didn't say anything. That's
Oh, okay.
Will.
I'm just trying to see.
That's your buddy.
Will said
Now,
it
as
wasn't
much as
cute.
I find Jaguar Wright like very entertaining, it's like the stuff that she says, I just kind of take it with a grain of salt. Like this is the same person. Now, I do believe what she said about Common. I think that's something that needs to be looked into. But she also said things like Mary J. Blige is a lesbian. We know that that's not true.
Interesting.
Oh,
And
but
if it
Wait a
is,
minute,
ain't
Auntie.
nothing
Remember
wrong.
that? How do we know? How do we know?
And if it
well,
is, ain't nothing.
you know what? That is a good question. I really I just thought with her history and men that she's dated and men that she's pretty much let use her. That's just not indicative of lesbianism. Lesbian, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't see it. My
She has
gaydar
a
don't go off
long,
around her.
long history of bad relationships with men. Like, when did she have time to be a lesbian?
Hmm.
Uh, okay.
But she did say, I believe, I don't know if y'all remember her saying that Common was like a predator, and that's why he don't really like all the girls that he be dating. He never stayed with them for a very long time because these girls started to see him for who he really is.
Why
Now
he wants to
that
settle?
I believe there's some truth to that, but a lot of the things that she say, you just kind of take, okay, like, okay, girl, okay, look, she's the family member in the be at the cookout. They just be saying random stuff. You be like, okay, girl.
Well, you know what they say about a broken clock, Auntie,
It's
That's
right twice a
awful.
day.
and
Mhm.
a lot of what she spoke about, even though her delivery was not well received, much of it was true. And to a certain point, I understand what everyone is saying. I also come at it from a different perspective, considering that she has operated in these spaces with these people, that she
Yep.
does have the awareness that the general population does not. So I'm not too quick to write her off. If anything, if anything that she has said can be disproven, like what was it with Tevin Campbell? Like they can definitely produce a cease and desist, and every mention of whatever she said and whatever broadcast, be it television, online, what have you, has to go away. However, at the same time, she did say those things, and it's going to be imprinted in the minds of many anyways. Like, I'm
Mhm.
definitely thinking that's the way in which she is preferring to operate. It's like, yeah, you can provide a cease and desist. However, this was stated, people heard it, and it's going to resonate somewhere somehow when anything else happens.
That's right.
And is she the only person that? I mean, I thought I've seen several people claiming Jay Z is next, not just her. So there may be some truth to what she's saying, but I just hope she's not legally, you know, punished in
I
advance.
do think she's the only celebrity that came out and spoke because usually, like the people who talk about Jay Z is like regular people like us.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
I know she can sing her ass off, honey. Jaguar Wright is a singer, honey, and I just hate that she stopped making music.
Mm.
Only thing I say about Jay Z that he ugly.
Ooh,
Oh my god!
look, every trash can has its lid, honey. Somebody finds that man attractive, and clearly Beyonce did. That's why we know probably shouldn't trust her judgment on certain things. But,
And so did
girl,
Becky.
like baby, if you like it, I love it. And
Hey,
ooh, and that Basquiat wig, girl, he got go. When I tell you, I can't stand. I'm ready for him to cut that shit off and throw it in the trash. I am so sick of that man's hair. Like, please, I could see if it made him look good. To me, this is just my opinion. I don't think that hair makes him look good. He looks better with a short cut, like a fade. But
I
he does
I
he?
like it.
Does he?
you said you like it too.
I like his hair.
Oh, you so sweet.
That's nice, Jill. I'm so happy for you.
Well, I'm a locks girl,
Let
so
it,
I like his hair.
it
Yeah, your
go.
locks
There
look
you
fabulous.
go.
His locks look crazy.
Thank
There you
you, God.
go, Jermaine. You should have led with that. You a
They,
locks girl.
they look nice to me.
Mm, mm. Girl, let me tell you, Auntie, I'm sitting out here in this parking lot, and all these kids coming from school, the little private school in near the hospital.
Hmm.
And baby, if I was any one of them parents, the way I'm picking them up from school and take them home, the things they're out here in this parking lot doing, sad.
Mm-mm. Honey, these kids, I hate to be the I'm of a certain age now, and I really did not when I was younger, I kept saying to myself, "Don't ever be those adults that's always talking about the generation that's under you." But baby, the stuff that I am seeing, like I just can't help but talk about it. It's crazy to me.
It's crazy, Auntie. We on a recorded lane. Now I know you saw me backing up with that piece of crap you got. Yes, I'm talking to you.
Ooh, well, okay. Any more tea before we head out? Any other tea that y'all have that I might have missed, or anything y'all want to share with the group?
No. Well,
Uh,
mic request.
my Libra queen, hey boo.
I just wanted to pop in and say hey for Abidjan. How y'all doing? I'm over here with my cousins, my
Birthday trip.
African
Birthday
my
trip.
African cousins living
Okay,
my best
girl.
life, eating
Nice.
some good food, seeing the sights and things. So hey y'all.
Girl,
Hey.
Hey.
you tell your African cousins I said, hey girl, and bring me back a man.
Listen, hey, listen. All day today, I'll be like, ooh, ooh, you tall, we got muscles over here. What's in
Don't
the water? Who do
don't
I
get
talk to?
married. Don't get married.
No, I can't support that one. No, Lord, no, Whew. No, Jesus.
Oh, enjoy
Uh-uh.
yourself, girl.
No, I can't support getting married. But yes, I'm not here. I'm
Hey,
a, I'm a look real hard. Yeah.
Queen, you see your fellow Libra just gave you a shout out in the chat. Hammock of cakes.
Hey, okay, Libra gang, Libra gang, Libra gang. Whew, Jesus.
I'm
Hope you
glad you
guys are
checked
having
in from Abidjan.
yes. Trying to soak in as much of this heat and wonderful weather, sort of. It rained a little bit today. Good food, vibes and whatnot while I can.
But you enjoy that good food, girl, and live your best life out there, girl. I want to go over there so bad. I don't even care what part. I don't know if I want to go to Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, maybe go to South Africa, go to Cape Town. I met some people from Cape Town, and ever since I met them, I've been wanting to go over there so bad. Especially when I learned that they have like Cape Town, especially they have like a really big queer nightlife scene. So,
Let me know because that was my potential trip was between Cape Town, a split between Cape Town and Joburg, and the scenes we seen in like it's very very beautiful. Everyone that I know who have been to Cape Town and or Johannesburg loves it. Like South Africa is fucking beautiful. It's just the flight going down there. Oh god, dude. Oh boy,
ooh,
all day and tomorrow. So I just got, be having to mentally prepare for that. But when you're ready, Auntie, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it.
let's
You let me know.
go. Now, what is Happy talking about? She said, can you educate this immigrant what Bigfoot really is?" Now, what Bigfoot are you talking about? The Sasquatch or something, or Nicki Minaj's song? What you talking about? Oh, the actual Bigfoot, the Sasquatch. So I mean, it's really not. But from what I know, like he exists, but people be trying to act like he don't exist. So I don't like the Loch Ness monster. I don't know.
Nobody really believes the video that they show of him is real. So it's been a myth for a long time that he does exist.
Hmm.
But especially with AI today, I just really be skeptical of
Hmm.
any Bigfoot video. Just like the Loch Ness monster, and you know, those are mythical creatures nobody's really proven exist.
Yep. And if his ass is real, I sure enough don't want to come in contact with him because he's like he'll beat the hell out of me. I don't want that.
Period. Period.
Well, y'all, like I enjoyed y'all here with me today. Y'all know I'm going to be here tomorrow at the same time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank y'all for taking time out of your busy schedule to enjoy some tea with me. Thank you for coming to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea. And y'all have a fabulous rest of y'all day.
Thank you, everyone.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.